Okay, so we are having a wonderful conversation. My mom and myself, everyone say hello to Velma Pate, the illustrious Velma Pate, also known as Nana. So I figured for Mother's Day, we do something a little bit different. We're usually together for Mother's Day. In fact, we haven't even seen each other since January, right? So we saw each other last together face to face when we were together celebrating her 70th birthday, right?
Yes.
Happy 70th.
Yes.
So she is 70, right? Looking fabulous, right? Sexy and fabulous at 70. So true at 70. So we are, this is the first time because we're sheltering in, we're quarantining, and we haven't seen each other in 4 months. And this is the first time that we've gone this long without seeing each other physically, face to face. And so we thought for Mother's Day, we just have a conversation and maybe share a conversation. We talk every day, multiple times a day. We're texting and always in conversation. So this is fun. So before we start our conversation, I wanted to toast my wonderful mother. Okay, everybody grab a glass. Everybody should have a glass nearby, right? So grab a glass. Here we go. Yes, Velma has the red wine for a heart, right? So we're raising a glass to all mothers around the world right now who are sheltering in with their families or who are not seeing their families. We're raising a toast to those mothers who passed and gone on. Have left wonderful children like my mom, Medea. Raised wonderful 7 children. So we're raising a glass to moms everywhere this Mother's Day. So cheers to moms.
Cheers to moms. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Red wine. I'll take another sip.
Yes. That's why she's my mama, y'all.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Yes, happy Mother's Day. So I wanted to have a different type of conversation, right? So during this time, this is unprecedented, right? You've never seen anything like this in your lifetime.
No.
You lived through the segregated South, right?
Yes.
You've lived through civil rights. You've seen or witnessed, you were around when there's the death of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and JFK, Malcolm X. I mean, you've seen a lot in your lifetime, but nothing
like this. And don't forget the Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan, right? They even came to her grandfather's home one night. So tell me about, you've never experienced anything like this. Tell me about what you're living through right now, what you're experiencing. You've been in the house longer than most of us because you had a little knee incident, doing too much. That put you out before COVID. That was God telling you to go sit down.
Yes, definitely.
So how this experience has been?
So the experience have been quite well because with the knee surgery, it really put me down, and I really didn't focus on being out because I was so much in pain. But before I talk about what I'm experiencing now, is that I just want to say, the songwriter said, "How can I thank God? How can I thank for the things that He had done for us? Things so undeserved that He proved His love for us." And I just want to say, to God be the glory. But so now, by in the house, I think now it hit me more than it was before. We've been in the house now, I think it's like 6 weeks, 7 weeks, just going into the 7, 8 week. And I think on the weekend, I was a little bit more emotional on the weekend because I was able to move around a little bit more. And then I started whining because my husband went out the house, and I want to know, did he come back in the house, take his clothes off and put them in the washing machine? I'm just like, okay, don't bring this joint in here. I'm not dying, So it's just been a situation that you can't really explain. But I have went through a lot, in my lifetime. You would not believe the things I have been through, and I have really overcome. And look at that, 70 years old, and now that's why I say, how can I say thank? I can't complain. I can't complain at all. So I look at when my daughter first went off to school, she set up a Skype with me, and I was like, what is that? I'm so used to writing a letter, picking up the telephone and calling the person. She said, okay, let's Skype. Skype what? So she set up the Skype on my computer. So we Skype. We left from Skype. Then she said, okay, you need a cell phone. Cell phone, I got a regular phone. Let me use the second phone. But before we go to the cell phone, I had this beat phone, this hard, big old wood phone. It was a beat phone they called phone.
Phone in the bag, right? Oh yeah, let's go back to that. The big phones that people carry in the bags, the block phones. That's right,
the block phone. So we left. So I'm saying before we go to Skype, I had the block phone. I had the beeper where I used to track my daughter down day and night when she left the house, you know. So there was a beeper with a block phone, and then when she went off to college, it was the Skype. We didn't have the cell phone then. When she went off to college, didn't have.
No, when we went off, no, we didn't have Skype that soon. Skype wasn't there. When we went off, we just started really emailing. We were really setting up emails. Skype was a little bit later.
Okay, so we started.
I remember going to the lab. Proud graduate of Clark Atlanta University.
Yes.
Go Panthers, CAU Panthers.
Yes.
So I would walk from my dorm, shout out Bumstead Hall, Bumstead D.
Yes.
I would walk from my dorm and I would go over to the lab because we didn't have computers in our dorm.
Right.
We didn't have any computers, we didn't have any of this. And so I would have to walk across campus to the computer lab.
Yes.
To log on, and that is where I would log on to email you. I remember that.
Yes. Okay. So then we would get email. So I'm looking at a lot of things that I had when I grew up. We didn't have that. The kids now have so much stuff that they can reach out to, so much technology that they can reach into and learn about. We had a black and white TV, and we had to get on foot and run to the next house a mile apart or over here. And then the dogs come running after you. You got to get the dog off of you to go in the house, take some flowers, some sugar. So, I mean, it's so much different now with what I came from. And just to look at how God have brought me to see all these things happening. And then I said, well, maybe our grandkids will be able to tell their situation now, because I'm able to tell him his situation, my situation now. And it's just a lot of things that I faced back in the days. And I was looking, one of the ladies from the church called me and said, I'm so tired in this house. And I said, well, hey, I'm used to it. When I was down south, we couldn't go nowhere. We were always quarantined. We couldn't go anywhere. We went to town at 2:00 on Saturday and was back home at 9. We went to church on Sunday, and the rest of the week, if you weren't in school, you was in the house. You had a book, you had a Bible, you had whatever. We didn't have all this here, email, the cell phone, the TV, and all this stuff. We was in the house. So I told her it's fine with me. I'm in the house because I'm used to shelter in the house. I've been quarantined all my life to 18 years old. I was quarantined.
Oh my goodness, you were quarantined your whole life. Okay, so do you think that kids today have too much? When you think about it, I mean, even your own grandson, right? So Aiden is blessed beyond measure, right? He has way too much stuff, and we know it, right? He has a tablet, he has a Switch, he has a laptop. Actually, he has 2 laptops. He's got the PlayStation. He's got so many options. So he's losing the art of, like you said, you like to write letters. So like right now, you and Aiden, you write letters back and forth to Aiden to help him to remember and to hold on to some of those original forms of communication. Why is that important?
Well, because it's a tech, sometimes you're so, just like if you have some paperwork. I have a paper trail, even though it's on my computer in a file. I like to keep a paper trail of things going on. So it's always good if your computer go out and you can't call on the telephone. It's just like I just went the other day and got a little small book and started writing my telephone numbers in, because I said if my phone go out, I can't remember these numbers because we so used to technology now. So I started writing people numbers in the book now. So it's important for them to write letters, learn how to write, learn how to do curse. And so when they go do application and all that kind of stuff, they will have a good handwriting and to know how to write and how to sign a application or either a contract.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We're talking about Aiden. Aiden just walked in with his tablet. Come say hey to Nana real quick with your tablet, because he just walked in with his tablet. Okay. He just got off of his computer. Just to say a quick hi real quickly. Hi, Nana. Hiya.
Hi, Aiden. So we're talking about so much stuff that you have. You have a tablet, 2 tablets. You have a stick. I don't know what a stick is, but so a switch. I don't know what that is. So, and you have you just haven't got that cell phone yet, but you have so many things that you can use now. Where we had to just sit down in the house and get an encyclopedia. If you notice in my house downstairs, I have encyclopedia. And that's how we had to get our homework out through encyclopedia.
Hey, let's ask him. Hey, Aiden, do you know what a encyclopedia is? Oh, you do? He does.
Yes. Yeah. So we had to get our homework out through encyclopedia, a dictionary, and then we had to do a different. You had to upgrade your dictionary all the time to get your work out. So we come a long way. I came a long ways, and And I know a lot of times my grandson asked me, who was your English teacher? The encyclopedia and the dictionary.
He does. He goes, Daddy, who was your English teacher? Yeah, he's so advanced, well advanced. So tell me, so you've seen the introduction of car phones and the block phones. You've seen the evolution of the beeper and now cell phones. Now I am so impressed with you. You're 70 and you're keeping up. You're like, I'm not going to get left behind in technology.
No.
And I love it about you. You cracked me up the other day. You sent me a GIF, a GIF. Some people call it a GIF or GIF, the little moving animated little pictures people send in text. You sent me that and I hollered. I laughed so hard. How did you figure that out?
Well, I kept looking at you all, kept sitting. I said, I got to find this thing. I got to find this. So I kept going. I said, can't get it. So my girlfriend, for one of the ladies at the church, she keeps sending one to me. So I text her. I say, where are you finding this stuff at? She said, well, let's do a training. I'm like, a training? I got to go through a training? And she said, yeah, you got to go train. So she said, let me know what time you want to get on. I was like, here we go again. So we get on the computer. And then she said, okay, go to your left, go to your right, here to click this button here. And when I saw the button, I said, oh, wow, I got it. And so this is how I found out. And I said, I'm going to surprise my daughter that I know how to find that GIF. It is really something else. It's just amazing. It's amazing so much stuff going on that we have. And then another thing, my ministry, since we are quarantined at home, the pastor's asking us to stay in touch with our ministry. And I'm in 2 different ministries. And so the first ministry said, let's go online and have a meeting. I said, no, I ain't finna worry about no Zoom. No, I ain't finna deal with that. So they said, okay, everybody go online. So we go online. Everybody was on the phone trying to get in. So we finally got people on that first set of people in that first meeting. Here, the next meeting on Thursday, it was my beloved ministry. And so we really need to be on that ministry because we're trying to reach our people. So this here is called a Microsoft Team. I never heard of it.
Microsoft Team.
Microsoft Team. I searched my computer. I couldn't find it. I searched my tablet. I saw it, but I couldn't get it. So I said, let me get my phone and look at my phones. I look at my phone with my little phone here, and I saw Microsoft Team. I said, wow, I hit the button and it popped up. And then when it popped up, it said, do something else. And it said, hit your internet, hit your watch call, and hit them. And I said, oh, I see y'all. And everybody was so excited. And they go, there go Velma. Shut up, everybody. How did you get in? So I had to say, tell her, how I got, you got to go and sign in. You got to do the app. You got to sign in with your password. Then you got to come back and get in. It's 27 of us. I think 13 people got in. So Thursday this week, we're supposed to try it again and see can we get more people in. But this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy.
I love it because you are staying with the times. Take a sip of wine. You deserve it, honey. Yes, take 2 more sips. Listen, you are staying with the times. You are staying relevant. You will not get left behind. You are in home. You are making good use of your time at home. And that's what I love. You're staying connected. And the fact that you're 70, you're not using it as, oh, I'm a senior citizen and oh, I'm not worried about that no more. I love that about you. I love that.
Yes.
So tell me, so you're doing GIFs. You've learned Zoom. I'm impressed. Like you stay on Zoom, right? I'm impressed with that. You like Zoom?
I'm on Zoom pretty much now because like I said, 2 ministry on Zoom. My family was on Zoom for Easter. Hopefully we can get on Zoom for Mother's Day. There's another group of us trying to get on Zoom. And then different friends just been shooting out like, okay, what is the Zoom? And so this Microsoft Team is a little bit harder. I'm finding it a little bit harder. And that's the one that the pastor wants us to, as a ministry, to get on the Microsoft Team because so many people's on Zoom. And then guess what? My Sunday school class on Sunday went on Microsoft Team.
Wow, your Sunday school class on Microsoft Team. Shout out to the Sunday school class.
Class.
Sister so-and-so. Yes, very good.
And it's crazy because we really couldn't even get into the lesson because everybody was talking that nobody know how to put their stuff on mute.
So now we got to fix. So everybody now has to learn Zoom etiquette. Zoom etiquette, right? Keep yourself on mute until it's time for you to say something. because all the background noise picks up and it gets complicated and everybody's trying to talk. So yes, we need to come out with some Zoom etiquette rules. So I'm glad you better teach them. Tell them,
Yeah, we need to, because you can't hear what the teacher's saying. And also the prayer line, we have that prayer line where Pastor he controls the mute. And the only time he puts you on mute is when he wants everybody to give up some praise and pray for somebody, call out names, and then he throw you back on mute. You know, you have a chance, you gonna have a chance to holler hallelujah too long, you know. So it's been a blast, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot, it's a bit much, because when you try to get in, you got to realize you can't get frustrated when you can't get in. You got to figure out what you're doing wrong. If I'm hitting my audio button, if I'm hitting my button, if I can talk, or what, or do I have myself on mute? It's a lot to still to learn.
So for those, for seniors, right? For those, my seasoned saints, right? Everybody over 65 years old. What advice do you give them? Because they haven't seen their grandchildren. They haven't, if some of them have newborn grandchildren, they're not trying, I mean, it's sad, right? Because of how we're living under COVID-19. I mean, what advice do you give your fellow senior saints friends?
Okay, so I would say that you need to really try to get upgraded to either get your phone or your tablet upgraded, because some of the tablets not connecting like it should, because they don't have certain apps on it. I find out if I take it down on my phone, it'll come on my tablet, because my phone and my tablet is connected together. My computer is so old, I can't even get Microsoft Teams there, so I got to figure out what's going on with my computer. I probably need to do an upgrade. So I would suggest to the seasoned senior is to try to get these things download and then email your grandkids, because people are having time not seeing their grandkids, and they telling their kid, don't come over here, don't come here, you know. Everybody said, don't bring them kids here. So Veronica's daughter lived down the street, 4 houses down. She walks down every day with the baby, stand on the other side of the street, and dial the phone number to them. They come on the porch and they holler, hey, here's your grandbaby, hold the baby up and everything, and they go back home. Well, everybody can't do that because they're not on the same block. So I suggest you download Zoom. That's the easy one. Microsoft Teams a little bit harder. I suggest Zoom until you get used to it. And then just put your grandkids online, you know, so you can see them. Write them a letter, send them some ricket in the mailbox, you know, so they can play along with you, find something to play with. We play hopscotch, hoo-to-hoop, and all that kind of stuff. They got all this stuff to play with. Well, make them some stuff that you can do in a letter, and then you guys can talk.
I was even telling Aiden's principal about how proud I was of you engaging Aiden during this time, because how you write his letters and write his riddles. So Aiden loves to get letters in the mail from you and all your riddles. So everybody who's watching this, what Nana does is she writes him a letter, and then she puts like all these great jokes and riddles at the end. And so when he gets the letter and he reads them, then he has to get on FaceTime. So they FaceTime because he has a tablet. So FaceTime.
We forgot about FaceTime.
Yeah, we forgot about FaceTime. So FaceTime is a great option because we're an Apple family, and we both have iPhones and tablets and stuff. So Aiden gets on FaceTime, and he FaceTime Nana, and they go through the riddles and they try to figure out the jokes. It's the funniest, cutest thing. So it's a great way to get, you know, parents and grandparents involved, and aunts and uncles who are away, engaging the children, so the parents can still work. So while you're doing that with Aiden, I can still work and do what I need to do, because I know at least you'll entertain him for at least a good 30 minutes to an hour, while I can knock out something, even if it's something simple as going to put some laundry, you know, in the washing machine or dryer or something that I can get done without having to sit right there with him. So I appreciate you for engaging Aiden all this time during quarantine too, with your great jokes. He loves them.
Yes. And last week when we was talking in the kitchen, he went downstairs. We did some clowning stuff on the phone then. I mean, it was crazy. We did some clowning.
Y'all two are a hoot together. That's my J11 and my J12. Aiden's birthday is January 11th, and Nana's birthday is January 12th. You remember my due date was on your birthday, January 12th, and I sent you the little onesie t-shirt.
Yes, I got it downstairs, hanging up.
I said, "Hey, Nana, see you on our birthday." So yeah, we were.
And that's how you told me that you were pregnant.
Yep. So you two.
We are family of creative. We create. We allow the creativity stuff.
We're creative spirits. Yes.
Yes. Let's have another spirit.
Spirits, I know you thought I was crazy when I started the Ezekiel Taylor Scholarship Foundation in my father's name, but you have been so instrumental in these past 5 years as the executive director of the foundation. Talk to me about how important it's been for you to stay on top of technology and communication in your role as executive director of the foundation, how it's helping you to do administrative work.
Oh, it's been a joy, because what it's all about is about the legacies of Ezekiel Taylor. And I noticed I didn't, last week, it was his day of his death, and I didn't say anything because I figured you didn't think about it. And so I didn't say, but I always remember the date. I always remember his birthday. And so it's been a joy, because when I go online to, I don't know why this always give me a piece. It's always gets an emotion piece for me, because he left so early, and the way he left, and then just see you trying to keep that legacy going. And then when I get on and try to do all this administration work, it's giving me joy to see that it's going. I be happy when I get on. You notice I say, okay, this is a to-do list. We got to get this done, So I try to be on that, because this is very important, and this is nothing to let fall behind.
Yeah, you talked about his date of death, which was April 23rd, 1982. I know It was a tough time for you. You always say, like, I don't know, because I wasn't old enough. I was only 5, and I wasn't old enough to experience what you experienced of losing a husband, and even losing a father. It's just certain things I just don't remember. But this year, because we were in COVID-19, usually I say something about his death. I put something out about his death on April 23rd. So many people are depressed and struggling as is in COVID.
Yeah.
I just didn't even want to touch it, No. But we are getting ready to celebrate his birthday. We haven't announced what we're going to do on his birthday. This will be his 73rd birthday on June 14th. And so we're just trying to do what we can with the Ezekiel Taylor Scholarship Foundation, keeping his legacy alive, using his tragedy and what happened in his life to empower other young men to live, great lives, and to go on with their education, and to be strong, and to be great, and to be great fathers and husbands and men of the community. And so you pushed me, like, while it was my idea, my crazy vision, to start this thing with no money, but it's working, right? God gives you what he needs you to have, to fulfill the vision. And so I appreciate you, because you're right. Every morning, you guys, Velma sends me a to-do list. She is the ultimate administrative assistant, executive administrative assistant. She sends a to-do list, and you have to get it done, and she will stay on you until you get it done. As one of our board members, Brian Riddick, he's a principal at one of the Noble schools, Butler High School. Brian said, I need a Velma in my life. I think everybody needs a Velma in their life. And so I am so thankful for you for keeping me on task with the foundation. It's a lot of work. We're all volunteers. None of us are getting paid. And we're doing it because we love young people. We love male youth development. We love the city of Chicago. We just love being able to pay it forward. And so people don't know, you are pushing it, you along with so many of the board members and volunteers. While it's my face out there, right? It's my face. You guys are running it, and I'm just trying to keep the train on track with everyday living. So I want to thank you for that, for helping me in this vision and keeping my dad's name alive.
And that's another piece, Network for Good. I had to learn Network for Good.
Yeah, the software that we use. So everybody knows that when you guys donate to EZ Taylor, it goes right through a software that processes it for taxes. We're a 501c3, but the software and the generation of the numbers and the data and all of that stuff on the back end of the software, Velma learned that, right? So learned it to process it. So you guys are getting your tax receipts and your thank yous and everything for our CPA and our treasurer. So Velma, you are on it. I'm drinking another glass of wine to Velma. Cheers.
I am too. Thank you so very much.
Cheers to Velma.
Thank you so very much. It made me think about communion yesterday.
Yes, communion. In honor of Jesus' first miracle.
Yes.
Turning water to wine. Love it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I just want to say to you, Tenisha, happy Mother's Day. And I know that we in quarantine because I think every Mother's Day we've been together. I think last year I was down there. We went to a fashion show.
Yeah.
We get dressed all up and take pictures and everything. You know, pictures is our thing. You know, pictures is my thing, your thing. And so we like to take pictures. Another thing we've been doing with the family, we've been going in our book and pulling old pictures and sending it to each other and saying, oh, who is that? That's Papa Chuck. That's this, you know. So that's another way of in your quarantine time that you can get connected with family. There's family that I have talked to, have not talked to people and have talked to their family in a long time. And so I encourage people that don't let this thing pass by. God is putting us in a spot right now that you can relate with your family. You can talk to your family. You can get it right. You can get it straight. Time is short. So if you can't, in this quarantine, the way you in this quarantine now, that's the way you're going to come out of it. So if you ain't got it together in quarantine, you're not going to get it when you come out. So you need to get together, talk to your family, love on your family and friends, and do the right thing. I love you guys.
That is a wonderful way to end this. Words of wisdom from Velma. 70 years, 7 decades, has seen it all. Beepers, cell phones, now GIFs, Zoom, FaceTimes, and all. So thank you for spending some time and sharing our personal conversation with people who are watching and getting these words of wisdom from us. So thank you for being a wonderful mom. I couldn't have requested for a better mother at all. You have been phenomenal. I know the sacrifices that you've made. You have made so many sacrifices in your life for me to attend private school and an HBCU. You know, as a single mom, barely making any money, you found a way or you made one. And I am so thankful that God gave me to you. And I hope that people who are watching are blessed to be great moms, great parents this weekend, because they see, you know, the love that you have shown, not only me, but so many people. You only birth one child, right? But you have some people who consider you mom or grandma or whatever. And I love that about you. You adopt everybody. And so I just want to be like you, you know, like I only have one child too. I only have Aiden, but my heart is so big. I want to give out to so many other young people. So I hope all of us who are watching this feel the same way. So happy Mother's Day. I love you.
Happy Mother's Day to you.
All right.
And I love you. And you're doing a great job, Tenisha. Continue to love on people. I love you.
Love you too. All right. See you later.
Okay, I got to learn how to leave this thing here. Bye.
Bye.